All right, everybody, 10 Tampa Bay Chief Meteorologist Bobby Deskins here. Good Monday evening, and snow is on the way for Florida. Obviously, the Western Panhandle will have the best chance, but yeah, it's going to happen. In fact, we're going to get snow from Texas all the way to South Carolina over the next 24 to 36 hours. So, deep south snowstorm inbound. Here we go. Let's talk about it. So, what I wanted to start with here was just some cold numbers here that you can see. The picture on the right here, this is winter weather advisories. Essentially, most of what you see here is cold weather advisories in the light blue. The dark blue, though, those are extreme cold warnings, though, meaning the air is so cold, like they get cold, but this is really cold. Down south, this area here, the pink, that is all winter storm warnings. That's where you're mixing in the atmosphere with moisture, right, and the cold air, and that's what's heading the direction. Now, look, if you're not familiar, watching from somewhere else, my name's Bobby Deskins. I'm the chief meteorologist at the CBS affiliate in Tampa, Florida. So I'll talk a little bit about that, but we'll cover the rest here. Now, we are actually going to see a few showers overnight tonight. We're starting to see a couple here north of I-4 here, but not a whole lot. Now, overnight, especially 3, 4, 5, all the way through sunrise, we're going to be seeing some scattered light showers. The better chance for rain is going to be Tuesday night and Wednesday morning in the Tampa area. And that is the reason why this area, let me show you right here. This area right in here, oh, grabbed the wrong one. This area right in here is the low that's developing, okay? In fact, you can already see there's some mixed precip on the back side of this thing, west of Victoria, northwest of Corpus Christi there. So that's the storm system. It will get into the Houston area. The airport at Houston is closing at midnight tonight. Okay, because of the storm, probably closed through most of tomorrow. Tomorrow evening, though, things will be clearing out. So maybe even in the evening, they can open things back up. Let's talk cold air. Obviously, we have a lot of cold air around, but this is some really cold air, even for our friends up north. I mean, right now, it's 10 degrees below in Minneapolis. It's 52 in Tampa, and that's pretty chilly for Tampa. But that's a 62-degree difference. It's even colder. National Falls, 23 below. But the point about this is that the core of the cold is down here all the way down to the Gulf Coast. Okay, so you've got cold air. You're going to get more. You notice the winds here blowing from the north and northeast. 26 in Columbus, 40 in New Orleans. That 26-degree air is pushing southward. Won't get that cold in New Orleans, but it will be cold enough for them to at least get some snow out of this. Okay, and that's the reason why we have all this. So let's go and talk the winter storm warnings again from basically Brownsville. Brownsville technically is not in it, but just away from there it is, and it goes all the way along the Gulf Coast, almost to Jacksonville, up into Charleston, South Carolina. That is a southern snowstorm right there, and we're talking really tomorrow, well, late tonight, but really tomorrow morning through early on Wednesday morning, maybe midday on Wednesday for the parts of South Carolina, okay? Now, in the Tampa area, we don't have any watches or any warnings, anything like that for that. Crystal River, yeah, we could get some really cold rain. I mean, mid-30s, upper 30s, and raining as we get into Wednesday morning. But generally, Levy County doesn't have anything. There could be some freezing rain possible in northern parts of Levy County, okay? But in the pink, you get up here, I think west of Jacksonville, Lake City area, especially Tallahassee and westward, that's where we have the best chance to see the frozen precip and accumulating snowfall, which I think they'll get 1 to 2 inches in the Tallahassee area. So, yeah, they're going to get some accumulating snowfall. Basically, that I-10 corridor is going to get it. So, here's the timing. Overnight tonight into tomorrow morning, Houston starts with it, okay? You can see them already getting it by 7 o'clock tomorrow morning. There's your time right there. By the way, that number right there is the temperature in Tampa, okay? So, by the time they wake up tomorrow morning in East Texas, Southeast Texas, it's snowing. Lake Charles, Louisiana, snowing. Okay, rain in Tampa, but that's the leading edge of this. Look what happens during the day on Tuesday. So this is 5 p.m. It's now snowing pretty good in Tallahassee and the Western Panhandle. New Orleans been seeing snow all day Tuesday. In fact, by 5, 6 o'clock, the snow will start to taper off in New Orleans. And then watch what happens in North Florida after 5 p.m. Tuesday. I'm going to go through early in the morning on Wednesday. Well, this is actually 11 p.m. Tuesday night. But you can see what's happening is that big swath of snow that was up here is the cold air is starting to get eaten away by some of the warm air, and it turns into a lot of rain here. And I mean a lot of rain. Actually, 2-3 inches is possible in many locations. But notice the snow from Charleston down in the Tallahassee still, so on the north side. And the devil's going to be in the details with the accumulations. Where does it get there? But there's going to be ice in the middle. See that pink right there? Sleet. Ice is going to be an issue. This is 11 p.m. Tuesday. Let's go out to 3 a.m. on Wednesday. Notice now Tampa getting into it with some heavier rain and 42 degrees. Yeah, that's a cold rain for Tampa. Oh, man. Jacksonville, mixed precip, some freezing rain. That I-10 corridor west of Jacksonville, Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning. You don't want to be on it. You don't want to be on it. If you can avoid it, you definitely don't want to be on it. But look, this is almost 8 o'clock on Wednesday morning. Most of the precip's out of here, right? And it's clearing out. So the rest of the day actually looks like it'll be good, but obviously it's going to be on the chilly side once you get there. So let's talk snowfall totals real fast, and then I'll let you go. One thing I want to show you is kind of big picture between the European and the GFS model is that the GFS has been, well, here's the European. The snow, really, it's been right in this area right in here for the last 4 or 5 days. So it's been really consistent about location. There have been some jogs here and there, but you can see where it is now. The GFS is now starting to get a little bit more on board with that because the GFS was way up here with the snow, right? So that's a good sign. Now, the devil's going to be in the details when you start talking about the amount of snow. So let's kind of talk about that. In fact, let's just go over and talk at some of the forecast models. This is the European forecast model, and you can see this area right in here is a solid 2, maybe 3 inches of snow right in that area right there. And that includes, in fact, I could draw this further out here if you wanted to. In fact, I think 3 to 5 inches in New Orleans. That's a lot of snow for New Orleans. But that area I've got there in red, 2 to 3. This is, of course, according to the European forecast model. Sorry about that. The GFS version of this doesn't show as much further south, but it actually shows more snow. In fact, look at some of these darker areas, and that's been the kind of the latest run has been showing heavier. This is 4 to 6 inches. I think that's overdone. But again, 2 to 3 in those areas, yeah, it's definitely a good chance of that. In fact, they have this thing like it's basically probabilities. So here's the probability of 1 inch of snow or greater, at least an inch. Look at that dark red. All that dark red, that's almost a 90 to 100% chance of seeing, nothing's 100%, but that's about a 90-some% chance of seeing at least an inch of snow, according to the European model. Now, 3 inches or more, look at southern Louisiana. 6 inches or more, and it dwindles. But that's part of the coast. I mean, I haven't looked at any of the numbers, but, you know, it's my old stomping grounds, Wilmington, Wrightsville Beach, New Bern, Morehead City. They're going to get inches of snow. They're going to get some snow right on the beach. And then that includes the Outer Banks. Ocracoke will get snow, I think. Some accumulating snow. Hatteras will have it as well, which is just really cool to see. The GFS version of this shows, let's say, 1 inch or more. See that big swath? It doesn't have as much in the Carolinas. It thinks it's just a little bit of warm air gets into the Carolinas. And I'm in between that and the European as well. I do think it's going to be tough to get 5 to 6 inches at Wrightsville Beach. I don't think you get that much, but I think you could get an inch or two. Now, let's talk 3 inches or better, and it's down here in the Panhandle in southern Louisiana. So that's it, guys. I'll be checking in with you tomorrow. Of course, 10 Tampa Bay at 11 o'clock tonight. I'll be on TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share this and comments. Any questions you have at the bottom, please comment. I will try and update tomorrow. And please, on my Facebook page, Bobby Deskins Weather, send me pics or video. If you're going up there to check it out, I'm going to be here in the Weather Center. So you go on up there and check it out and send me some pictures and enjoy yourself. Be careful. Have a great time out there. Certainly enjoy yourselves, but we don't want anybody to have any issues, because the roads, they're going to be a little bit on the slippery side as we get into Tuesday night and Wednesday morning. All right, guys, enjoy that chance for a southern snowstorm.